Before brand deals, million-dollar studios, and people crying about changes in your video game, there was a different YouTube. A time when uploading a random piece of gameplay could change your life forever. If you've been playing WoW for a while, you will know the names like Swifty, Bajheera, and even Mitch Jones. But most of you probably lost track and won't be able to tell me where they are now and what they do today. This is the story of the original WoW content creator generation.
Guys, I have some really bad news. I was banned from World of Warcraft last night.
John Swifty was one, if not the first big WoW content creator. When he uploaded his first video on August 19th of 2006, titled Swifty Incredible Warrior Tricks, he attracted thousands and thousands of views, which instantly gave his channel a massive kickstart. Shortly after, he released another video, giving birth to the famous one-shot button macro, that resonated with WoW players of that era and manifested itself as one of the best and most influential videos in the World of Warcraft scene.
Okay guys, now I'm going to show you how to do 100,000 damage crit.
With each future upload, his fame grew rapidly. Swifty's content blended skill, humor, and game knowledge, which was something no one had done yet. In the early 2010s, he formed a strong friendship with another prominent creator called Athene and attended many different conventions, expanding his content beyond just PvP guides into humorous IRL videos and broader entertainment in general. Short time after, he built an entire gaming house with multiple PC setups, live stream cams that were recording 24/7, and sponsor deals. It was ambitious and very bold at the time. Some fans loved it, but others called him out for doing too much. For many, Swifty paved the way for all future WoW streamers like Asmongold or Sodapoppin. Regardless, at this point, he pretty much became the face of the WoW scene. His audience and fame grew so much that Blizzard eventually decided to put him in the game in Warlords of Draenor as an NPC called John Swifty, resembling his exact character from vanilla times, with quotes that play into his entire career like "I only had one shot." But unfortunately, this NPC got eventually removed again in BFA due to heavy accusations against Swifty of sexual misconduct. Although this was never proven, Blizzard decided to remove him anyway. And by the mid-2010s, things slowly changed. He moved his focus from content creation on YouTube to his live streams on Twitch. Reddit posts emerged with titles like "What the hell happened to Swifty?" Critics pointed to lazy thumbnails, filler content, and most importantly, burnout. Some said the 24/7 cam house streams hurt him more than it helped. But through it all, Swifty kept streaming and never quit. Although his numbers steadily declined and his live viewers got less and less, Swifty saw a second wind with the classic launch in 2019. Old fans returned and he was back on his infamous warrior. His streams picked back up and it seemed like a return to form, just with a few more grey hairs. Nowadays, Swifty still streams regularly, mostly WoW, both retail, and currently Mist's Classic. He's nowhere near his peak fame, but he's active, passionate, and connects to his loyal fans every day. He's a reminder of WoW's golden age and how far the creator scene has come. Swifty also sometimes broadcasts his progress on his very own retro-themed cafe arcade, combining food service and nostalgia decor, fulfilling his lifelong dream of owning an arcade one day where kids can experience and learn to love what Swifty grew up with. Before we continue learning about the past, let's talk about a way to learn something new today. Boot.dev, the sponsor of today's video, makes exactly that possible by teaching you backend development from scratch in the Python and Go programming languages while combining it with the dopamine kicks of quests and bosses of an RPG, making the learning process less tedious and way more fun. The people at Boot.dev believe that the smartest way to learn code would be to make sure you're never bored. No matter how skilled you are, Boot.dev allows you to take your steps in your own speed. And if you ever get stuck at a certain point, you can ask Boots, their personal AI tutor, for some advice, without giving away the full answer, giving you the opportunity to figure out future similar situations way better and faster. If you're still on the fence about trying to get into coding yourself, Boot.dev also has a 30 days no questions asked refund policy and a free demo of every course and its interactive features. So you literally have nothing to lose. If you want to give it a try and maybe unlock a new career path for you while AFKing in the Mythic Plus queue, you can check out the link at the top of the description and use my code Variant for a 25% discount on your first month or year, depending on your subscription plan. Thank you to Boot.dev for sponsoring this video, and now let's get back to the next content creator that started his career destroying noobs on his paladin.
Hi everyone, this is Athene. I'm Athene from Memories, best paladin of the server battle group, but also the world.
Bajheera Athene Boomaza started his YouTube career in 2007, where he initially focused on World of Warcraft videos. In his earliest videos, he played a character he called Athene, an arrogant, conceited gamer. His initial breakthrough came with a video titled Best Paladin of the World Pawning Nubs on My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion, blending absurdity, music parodies, and very elite gameplay. This exact video, and others like it, quickly attracted millions of views and a rapidly growing subscriber base. Many people hated him on the WoW forums and thought he meant everything he said. He basically invented rage baiting with the Athene character. He wasn't only the class clown of the WoW community though, he was actually a very skilled speed leveler and achieved many world firsts in WoW. First to 70, first to 80 and first to 85, which at the time had to be confirmed by Blizzard themselves, since you couldn't just look it up on Wowhead or Twitch real quick. This earned him the title of self-proclaimed best gamer in the world. His channel's first 20 uploads alone garnered over 20 million views at this point, and by 2013 he had amassed nearly 700,000 subscribers, which at the time was an insane feat to reach. For comparison, the biggest YouTuber at the time, PewDiePie, had around 3 million subscribers. In 2008, he released a series of mockumentaries named Wrath of the 1337 King, which followed Athene's everyday life. This was also the time his content started to shift away from World of Warcraft into something else. See, Athene was always hard to identify. He constantly switches between multiple personalities and characters whenever it suits him. He has his cocky, overconfident WoW personality, a political, philosophical and scientific person, and a crypto sellout personality, but more on that one later. In 2011 he released Athene's Theory of Everything. This video supposedly explains new evolution in neuroscience and new solutions to unsolved problems in physics. So basically something he never talked about before. In 2012, Boomaza raised over $20 million for the Save the Children Foundation by promoting it on his own YouTube channel and Twitch live streams, and he eventually traveled through rural Mali to document and stream the charity work. This all sounds great though, right? Well, many people, myself included, doubt that they actually raised $20 million, which is an insane amount of money in the first place. They believe that Athene scammed his fans and used it for moral superiority whenever he gets called out for something. If you don't believe me, here you go. He even admits it in one of his live streams back then.
It's all a show in a Fugazi. We promote it that way. Nobody's telling you this is fucking real. Okay, it's a show. Okay, let's say you get scammed. Even if you do get scammed, okay, whatever. You got scammed, okay. I fucking told you guys. It's all a fucking scam. So it's not even an argument. If I go to my viewers, right, and I say, get fucking Purpose and Doobie, you're gonna get scammed, and you get on it, then nobody else, you can't go afterwards to people and say, like, I got scammed. No, it's part of the fucking show, man.
This sealed his entire downfall from fame to what he does today. Nowadays, he lives in a commune with many other people promoting shady and dubious cryptocurrencies and mobile games. Whenever you catch him live streaming, which is already pretty rare, you will probably find him trying to promote one of his crypto mobile games and talk about philosophical things, while having about 3 to 4 active viewers in the chat. His YouTube is also just an artifact of the past. His old videos are completely gone, and the only things left are his weird philosophical ones. A few years after his downfall, a person from Athene's commune reached out online and exposed that she was emotionally abused and manipulated by Athene himself. He threatened to sue her for defamation while being scared that he would actually kill her. He turned from this funny, edgy WoW persona to a horrible, narcissistic, abusive and scamming monster.
And thank you for tuning in to TradeChat. My name is Panzer, and
Danielle TradeChat Mackey, also known as Panzer, launched her YouTube channel around May of 2009. Her channel focused on World of Warcraft content, TradeChat commentary, vlogs, shows like Wowhead Downtime Tuesday and Derpcraft. By early 2010s, she's also gained attraction through reality TV shows like King of the Nerds and The Tester.
It is I who hold the key to awakening the Elder God.
Her content appealed to WoW fans who enjoyed humor mixed with practical gameplay tips and casual streamer vibes. Panzer was also one of the first YouTubers that uploaded reaction content, mainly to Blizzard cinematics like Honor and Glory from Overwatch or the BFA cinematic trailer. Although she wasn't as large as other top streamers in the WoW section, she cultivated a loyal audience and was referenced many times within WoW's in-game culture, where fans every now and then jokingly said that she had an item named after her. Get it? Because she's named TradeChat? Never mind. So, if everything was going so well for her, and she was loved by so many people, why did she leave the YouTube scene entirely by 2021? Around the WoW Classic release period, Panzer became involved in controversies. She made content about legacy servers that many people interpreted as slightly critical. Some fans labeled her anti-classic, leading to online backlash. And we all know what happens when you go against classic players and their beliefs. As stated on Reddit by another user, she made a video about Nostalria's shutdown, where she got a bunch of stuff wrong, which made people mad. She then went on to say that pro-legacy people were a small but loud group, and led up with a tweet saying that she blocked Mark Kern, the guy who made WoW Classic possible in the first place, for harassing her after he made a perfectly innocuous comment. She later on stated on Twitter that she doesn't make YouTube content anymore because she got sick of being dehumanized by incels, and that nothing she ever said validated the hate she received. It got so far that she got threatened IRL, got photoshopped into offensive photos and deepfake adult videos posted across the entire internet. She also stated that she's currently focusing on streaming for the time being. This was around the 2019 mark. And 2 years later, she briefly made a return with content mainly about Animal Crossing and Among Us, but as you can see from the like and dislike ratio, she still had people following her just to hate. And as of now, she seems like she made a permanent retreat from the online world. Her last video uploaded was on April 1st of 2021, and all other social media channels are pretty much dead since 2024. It's very sad to see someone like her get hated into the ground for having an opinion not everyone can agree with.
Hey guys, Bajheera here. So I'm on this new troll I created.
This was Jackson Bajheera Blyton's first ever video created, and had the title Bajheera WoW's Introduction Vid, which marked the beginning of his YouTube career towards the end of 2010. Early on, he mainly focused on World of Warcraft arena gameplay, PvP strategies, class guides, and wholesome genuine vlogs.
I wanted to say thank you again because it really means a lot to me, and I'm kind of a nerd like this, so at different points in the day I'll like check my not my Facebook. I'll check my YouTube account and check my inbox, or I'll just scroll down and see if I got any like new comments or new PMs or anything, because I'm a nerd like that.
He continuously streamed on Justin TV and garnered a good amount of followers of 20,000 subscribers on YouTube. His rise to fame didn't really come until 2014 though, where he was voted #1 most popular WoW PvP streamer, which skyrocketed his view count and fan base.
You won! I was like, oh my god! I was so happy! Give her a big hug. Oh my gosh. So thank you guys.
He has earned his title of Gladiator in the arena more than 20 times and achieved rank 1 status, placing him in the top 0.1% of WoW PvP competitors. He even got honored by Blizzard by adding his very own NPC into the game, who you can find to this day on Ashran, called Jackson Bajheera. His insane skill at WoW and the warrior class isn't everything he's interested in though. Bajheera is also a big fan when it comes to working out and bodybuilding. He carved a niche combining high-level gaming with fitness and wellness, and streams workouts from his home gym and shares tips on how gamers can stay healthy. He's so good at both in fact that he can train his back while destroying his opponents in a 3v3 arena. He even competed at the Musclemania World Championship in California and won. Unlike all other creators on this list, his story doesn't really diverge into any huge drama or leaving WoW for something else. He still does his WoW PvP content on Twitch and YouTube, but now also has his family and personal life with his wife, their son and their cats, often shared with the viewers through vlog-style videos or streams. His view count naturally decreased over time, but he still is the same kind and entertaining person he was 10 years ago.
Oh fuck, I'm dead!
David Mitchell Mitch Jones began streaming like many other OG creators on Justin TV, focusing mainly on WoW PvP content. He eventually became one of the platform's top WoW content creators, alongside Sodapoppin and Wreckful, averaging thousands of viewers each stream and amassing thousands of followers. He quickly gained traction on his stream with his natural skill in PvP and energetic personality, but eventually in 2015, with the release of Warlords of Draenor, he decided to pivot his content, which is understandable. He hosted dating shows with co-host Wreckful at the time, and had women on his stream basically every day, milking them for content and giving them the attention they seek. This type of content pulled in a new demographic of viewers, who only wanted to see girls and create drama, and Mitch knew that he had to adapt to his new audience. He started saying random things about anyone that got in his way, just to get a reaction from his chat.
What's going on with you and Chalk?
I don't know, is there something going on?
I don't know. I just heard, you know, word of mouth.
Wait,
Oh.
there's beef?
He said, well, not him, but people said that you were like in stream calling him like an elitist.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said that, my bad.
This created the infamous Mitch offline chat, who would go into other streamers' chats and make fun of whatever Mitch told them, calling CDU a boring streamer and calling out Hodded for DDoSing and botting, just to name a few. And in a true Mitch fashion way, he would obviously not take any responsibility about these situations and say things like, "It's just a joke." On his streaming journey, he kept throwing friends and people he's close with under the bus. He destroyed his friendship with Sodapoppin by calling his girlfriend some really heavy slurs and told his chat to harass her in her own livestream. He abandoned his best friend at the time, Wreckful, by spreading lies and leaking secret information about him. He explicitly said not to tell anyone, and eventually Wreckful announced live on stream that he doesn't want to have anything to do with Mitch Jones anymore.
I don't think he's really my friend. I thought he was the whole time. I thought he was Mitch Jones the whole time, but he really was David Jones, guys. He's just fucking David Jones. And he just pretends to be Mitch Jones on his fucking, in front of me and on his stream. Like, what the hell? It's so weird.
After this Wreckful incident, he pretty much disappeared from the online world, just to occasionally come back for a few weeks and reminisce about the good old times, until he just went MIA again. Eventually, he got in contact with Trainwrecks TV, who wanted to become Mitch's life coach and get his stream back to 20,000 viewers. At first, everything seemed to go great. His views were constantly rising, the hate he received from the Wreckful incident would slowly go extinct, and he seemed like he was actually having somewhat of a regular schedule again. But with his growing audience, the audience of Trainwrecks also grew, which made Mitch feel threatened in his role as the superior streamer. In retaliation, Mitch obviously started attacking Trainwrecks, calling him a liar, a manipulator, and in February 2018, he would go live drunk, yell at Trainwrecks for 3 hours straight, and tell his stream his real opinion about him.
Take a break from streaming, bro. Get some ice cream with Celeste.
Listen, Abe,
and host
Abe,
a Morant while you're offline, bro.
You can have it. Look at me. You can have it. No, you don't want it. Say that again.
I don't want it.
Oh, okay. Watch him. You don't want it, right? You don't want it. He doesn't want it. He doesn't want it. I'm sure he doesn't. You don't want it, right? Yeah. You don't want it. Okay.
Harassing other streamers on Twitch was strictly forbidden though, which would cause Mitch Jones to get banned. After his ban expired, he eventually came back and started streaming again. He had a lot less viewers and much more hate again, but he kept on going until July 2nd of 2020, where Byron Wreckful Bernstein would take his own life. This news shattered not only him, but the entire streaming world. Mitch spiraled, grappling with guilt, depression, and the what ifs. He's disappeared from streaming for months, and people didn't expect him to return ever again. He was still very open about his grief online though, and commented on Reddit or posted on Twitter about it. In 2021, he channeled his grief into music and released his tribute to Wreckful, Now That You're Gone. That same year, he released his debut EP, If I Could Go Back, marking his transition from streamer to artist. But as you might have known by now, Mitch was never the kind of person to stick to one thing, so he decided to make a comeback again on Twitch, where he got into a physical altercation with another famous streamer, Miskiff. He described this encounter as brutal and said that he suffered permanent damage and arterial injuries from it, trying to put Miskiff into the spotlight. Some supported Mitch, but many others questioned his timing and motives. After disappearing once again for a few months, he occasionally made a return with WoW PvP and disappeared shortly after again. There is definitely some sort of consistency with this guy. Nowadays, he has a partnership with an online casino and pretty much only streams gambling content and tries to keep his chat and viewer count up by giving away free money every single stream, which, if you look at his track record, is also pretty questionable since we don't even know if that money ever gets sent out. Thank you once again to Boot.dev for sponsoring this video. If you want to try it out yourself, don't forget to click on the link at the top of the description and use code Variant for 25% off your first subscription plan. And if you want to see more stuff like this, check out this video, where I tell you why Asmongold quit WoW and will never return to his old roots ever again. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day, and I will see you in the next one.